Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another session of Bible Adventures for Kids. Now, today is October 31st, 2021, so tomorrow is November. Only 2 more months, and the year is over. It'll be 2022. Incredible. This year has gone by really fast. Now, today, the agenda. We're going to learn a verse. And as I always mention, it is good for us to learn a verse from God's Word, the Bible. Then we're going to have Name This Creature. Now, this week's creature, oh my, we're going to have 8 clues because this is going to be a tough one. You need to be on the edge of your seat. Now, I'm thinking that there's going to be some people that may figure it out by clue number 6. And then there might be a few more by clue number 7. And hopefully everybody has it figured out by clue number 8. But there's going to be 8 clues. This is going to be a tough one today. Okay, then we're going to have God is the greatest designer. Because you already know that God is the greatest designer. God is the greatest designer. And then we will have a lesson for the day. So let us get started with our verse. I will start, I'll say it first, and then you say it along with me. This is a verse that we've done before, and it's always good to repeat the verses. That way we get them memorized. So let us get started with the verse. Jesus said, "Come unto me." And we did this verse probably about 6 weeks ago. Okay, say it along with me. Jesus said, "Come unto me." One more time. Jesus said, "Come unto me." Okay, let's say all this together. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden." Let's say it again. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." All together. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Again. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." That is found in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Let's say the whole thing. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. All the boys. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. All the girls. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Now everybody all together. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Very good. Okay. Name this creature. Name this creature. Are you ready? Okay. If you think you have it, be sure to yell it out, raise your hand, jump up and dance. Let people know. Clue number 1. I weigh about 3 pounds or 1.4 kilograms. 3 pounds. 3 pounds is not very much. So that means we know it's going to be a fairly small creature. 3 pounds. Clue number 2. I am an excellent swimmer. Ah, interesting. Clue number 3. I can be up to 20 inches long or 51 centimeters long. So we know that it's light, 3 pounds or 1.4 kilograms. We know that it's not very big, 20 inches or 51 centimeters. Well, 51 centimeters, maybe that big. Okay, clue number 4. My fur is waterproof. Interesting. Well, that's good. It's an excellent swimmer, so we know it goes in the water. And its fur is waterproof. Okay, now we're getting into the crunch. Okay, clue number 5. I can stay underwater for about 2 minutes. Let's do a quick review before we go into number 6. Excuse me. I weigh about 3 pounds or 1.4 kilograms. I am an excellent swimmer. I can be up to 20 inches or 50 centimeters long. My fur is waterproof. I can stay underwater for about 2 minutes. Clue number 6. Now, there's going to be some people that I think will get this right away. Clue number 6. Here we go. My picture is on a 20-cent coin. A what? A 20-cent coin. Really? Where in the world is there a 20-cent coin? You will find out shortly. And I think there's some that already know this. Okay, number 7. Here we go. What do you think? I live in a place called Down Under. Ha! Do you know where that is? And the final clue. What do you think this creature could be? I weigh about 3 pounds or 1.4 kilograms. I am an excellent swimmer. I can be up to 20 inches or 51 centimeters long. My fur is waterproof. I can stay underwater for 2 minutes. My picture is on a 20-cent coin. Wow. I live in a place called Down Under. Final clue. Do you know what this could be? Number 8. I'm excited. Okay. I'm a mammal that lays eggs? Huh. I'm a mammal that lays eggs. Very interesting creature. Okay. If you think this creature is, on the count of 3, 2, 1, here it is. The platypus. This is one strange creature. Let us learn a little bit about the platypus. Okay, the platypus is an egg-laying, duck-billed, beaver-tailed, otter-footed mammal. Wow, it's a combination of all kinds of animals. Let's learn some more here. The unusual appearance of this egg-laying, duck-billed, beaver-tailed, otter-footed mammal baffled European naturalists when they first encountered it. They were saying, what is this? And the first scientists to examine a preserved platypus body in 1799 judged it a fake made of several animals sewn together. They couldn't even believe it. They thought someone took a whole bunch of animals and sewed them together. Crazy. Until the magazine National Geographic published a picture of the platypus in 1939, most of the world had never even heard of a platypus. Wow, very cool. So, the platypus is an egg-laying mammal found exclusively in eastern Australia, including Tasmania. So you can see on the globe where Australia is off on the side, down under, and then you see Australia, the continent, and then you can see on the side where it's brown, that's where you will find the platypus. The platypus has an extremely unique combination of features. It has clawed hind feet, its hind feet are clawed, and webbed forefeet, a tail that resembles that of a beaver, and a bill like a duck. Tremendous. Although the common name for the platypus is the duck-billed platypus, that may have been what you gave as an answer, the duck-billed platypus, but the bill of a platypus is not really like a duck's bill. The duck's bill is hard, but the platypus's bill is soft and pliable, so it moves, allowing it to forage for food underwater. It's bendable. The 20-cent coin in Australia has the image of a platypus on it. So you can see its head there close to the bottom. Platypus on a 20-cent coin. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a 20-cent coin. Very cool. And individual weighs around 3 pounds or 1.4 kilograms, and that was in the clues. So the platypus is an excellent swimmer and has waterproof fur, just like in the clues. Now, whereas most other aquatic mammals use their back feet to swim, the platypus propels itself through the water by paddling with its front 2 limbs because they're webbed. Cool. A platypus can remain underwater for 2 minutes before diving. Can remain underwater for 2 minutes. Before diving, it seals the nostrils on its bills, which remain watertight until the platypus comes up for air. 2 minutes. Long time. The platypus, an egg-laying, duck-billed, beaver-tailed, otter-footed mammal. And here's someone showing one to a classroom of students. And you can see that they're not really all that big. Only 3 pounds. A typical platypus is 15 inches or 38 centimeters from its head to the end of its rump. Its tail adds an additional 5 inches or 13 centimeters to the animal's length. So it's not a really big animal. The platypus will sometimes bury its bill in the mud, then wiggle it to attract prey. Cool. Now here's something really cool. The platypus differs from all other mammals in another way. It can send out electrical impulses to locate prey in deep waters. And you can see the three pictures here, and that's showing kind of the range where it sends out these electrical impulses while it's searching for prey. Very cool. There are a lot of extra large nerves throughout the platypus's bill. These nerves send messages to the platypus's face and allow it to sense the responses to its electrical impulses without use of sight, sound, or smell. So it can hunt for prey without sight, without sound, and without smell. Very, very cool. They are most active during the nighttime and dusk because they're nocturnal, and that means that they sleep during the day. So when they're not hunting, they usually stay in their burrows. Very, very cool creature. And actually, there's a whole lot more that you can learn about this thing. Very cool. The platypus is just another part of God's amazing creation. And for those of our friends that are from down under, from Australia, you guys may have been the first ones to guess what this thing is. Very, very cool. Okay, God is the greatest designer. God is the greatest designer. God is the greatest designer. What do we got today? Okay, question. Oh, we have a question. That means you can give an answer. We have a question. What do these things have in common? I'm going to show you two things. What do these things have in common? Here we go. First thing, farming. Very cool. Now, I guess this time of year, the farmers are actually bringing in their crops now. This could be getting close to the tail end of their crops. But farming, what do these things have in common? Farming and a sloth? What do these things have in common? Really? Farming and a sloth. Let's find out. Here is an article. Down the side is the whole article. And then we have a picture here of something hanging on the wire. Very cool. The name of the article, it says, Meet Tarzan, the swinging robot farmer wait a minute. Meet Tarzan, the swinging robot farmer There we go. Meet Tarzan, the swinging robot farmer inspired by a sloth. Really? 2017. This bot was created by engineers at Georgia Tech University. Let us read about this. It says robots are likely to play a big role in the future of farming and agriculture. Engineers in Japan have already created a fully autonomous robot-run farm. Really? The whole farm is run by robots. And those already working on farms are adopting self-driving tractors. The farmer has a controller and the tractor goes out and sprays the crop all by itself. Very cool. So the latest, wow, excuse me, getting all choked up here. The latest robot swinging its way into the real world farming, literally, is Tarzan. They call it Tarzan, a machine designed to move like a sloth. Designed to move like a sloth. And if you know anything about a sloth, they move kind of slow. Engineers at Georgia Tech University created the two-armed bot or robot to help researchers monitor crops. Tarzan has been designed to hang above a field of crops on a wire and monitor plants as they grow. So you can see this robot called Tarzan hanging on the wires. And you can see the hooks around the wires. Very cool. So the robot works by holding onto a wire with one arm, with a camera and control system below it, then swinging along the wire with its other arm. In many ways, the bot replicates the movement of a sloth or monkey swinging in the trees. Cool. The robot has been dubbed Tarzan as it is the most familiar character to swing through the trees. And so they call it Tarzan. But it was designed to replicate the movements of a sloth. Okay, the sloth, they say, is a very energy efficient And we've tried to design this robot to be like that too. So he added that between each swing, as it swings along, the robot takes a picture of the crops below and sends them back to the farmer. Cool. Someday, they say, farmers may be able to stay at their laptops miles away, scanning a steady stream of images and data sent back from the robots. Cool. They don't even have to be out there. They can be many miles away and get information on their laptop about how the crops are doing. They don't even have to go look. Very cool. So, God has designed an animal that conserves energy by moving very slow. Man is looking at the design and movements of the sloth to make things more energy efficient and productive for farmers. Man has borrowed from the sloth's movements to design a system for farmers to monitor their crops and ultimately be more productive.